Hey guys, Lance Conrad here. You've probably heard some of my stuff, president of the affiliates. I'm going to go through sort of what I can. I know there's a lot of specific questions. There's a lot of these things that I can't answer, but maybe I can give you some things that will give you some ideas of what's coming. So excited. I shared a story the other day. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and in Think and Grow Rich, the story, one of the stories he starts with is 3 Feet from Gold, and it talks about Darby, who went after the California gold rush and started digging for gold, and he actually struck gold. He found a gold vein, and so he went home and did some fundraising and found his uncle and found some other family members, and they raised the money. Went back to the gold mine in California and started digging with all their equipment. And right away, they started having success. They started pulling gold right out of the land. They got enough money that they'd sort of covered their expenses. It looked like it was going to be really promising. And then it just all sort of dried up and it died. And there was nothing. They couldn't find it, and they were digging and digging. There was nothing. And finally, they just sort of like decided, hey, we're going to cut our losses. They found a junk man. The junk man came and said, let me do a little research. He hired an engineer, and the engineer told the junk man, hey, I think they're just a few feet from like some serious gold. And so he bought the equipment from HR Darby for just nothing, pennies on the dollar. Darby went home, and that junk man 3 feet later found one of the richest gold mines in California and made a fortune. And Darby learned his lesson. He's like, I'm never going to give up 3 feet from gold again. I'm not going to quit. And went on to be the most successful insurance salesman in his time. And why did I tell you this? I have never seen a gold mine like Divvee, never. Darren O'Lyon's a good friend of mine. Eric Fisher's a good friend of mine. I've known him for years now. And I'd actually followed Divvee for a while, and I just thought, man, I just don't know if they're ever going to figure this thing out. And then, and because I've been tracking them, I like these guys and they're friends. And I've had meetings with Eric over the last year, and I really wanted them to win. And then I went out to lunch with Darren in the beginning of this year, and he's like, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe, we switched directions. We went to these videos and apps and opinions, and we went from 0 to like 241,000 people in 45 days. I'm like, what? 250,000 people in 40 days. I mean, that puts you in the top 50, maybe top 100 network marketing companies in the world, and you did it in 40 days. Like, let's talk. And so we sat down and we started meeting, and he showed me, I mean, he was pretty honest. Like, look, we broke everything. We were expecting 2,000 people. We broke our servers. We broke our back office. We broke anything that could go wrong did go wrong. But it struck gold, this idea, this concept. And it really follows in line a lot with the concept that I believe that networking and network marketing in general just needs to get better. It needs to be easier. It needs to be simpler, lower cost to entry, no auto ship. Get paid for your opinion. It was Eric that was when I was interviewing people and talking to people, and I wasn't really in Divvee yet. I was just seeing if I wanted to, because I was engaged in a couple of other activities. I'd invested into another network marketing company, and I was pretty busy and pretty involved. And Eric was the one that said something I thought was really brilliant. He said, network marketing is this incestuous relationship where the money all stays within the network. To get more customers, you've got to get more sales reps who become your customers. And just by the mechanics of it, just by the math of it, for 1 or 2% of the people to make some decent money, 95% of the people have to lose money. They have to be glorified customers. And I can actually share a lot of math and a lot of real hard numbers from different companies. And the numbers are pretty true. I mean, if you've made any money in network marketing, even if you just broke it even, you've defied the odds. That's just the way it is. And this idea of Divvee, where the money is, our clients are really the advertisers, and the affiliates, like you guys, are really the customers, is gold, and it's brilliant. And yeah, we struck gold, and then it dried up. because, you know, hey, we couldn't get the technology right. Then we got the technology right. And we couldn't get the customers or clients right. And in fact, it was really frustrating because those first clients, we built all of Divvee based on those first couple of clients. And then we found out that they don't work at all for Divvee. I mean, they're just terrible. But it allowed us to build this platform and this concept. And we know there's this demand. And so we're going to keep working at it until we find the gold mine again and we get it right. And so with that, Divvy's been dark. That's frustrating. We have been turned off. That's really frustrating. It's hard for all of you. I appreciate your patience, your leadership, and I believe this will be the biggest networking company, network marketing company in the world in number of affiliates, success rate for the affiliates, and really just an overall experience. Now, for the pioneers like you guys, that won't always be the case because you get to see a lot of the ups and downs and bumps and bruises, and I apologize for that. So where are we at? If we don't get live in the US, you know, we got to get it right somewhere before we can get it right everywhere. And I think that was one of our problems, that one of the problems I inherited coming here was that Divvee tried to be everywhere all at once. And some of it was because you guys got so excited. It just went sort of viral, and somebody would tell somebody, and all of a sudden, brrr, and we'd have 10,000 people in the Czech Republic. And it was like, we weren't expecting that. We got to just get it right. So here, at the end of this month, we're going to open up Divvee again. We believe the enrollment process is going to be clean and work and efficient. I don't know that we'll just be doing links like we did in November. It will be an app download with an upgrade, but we feel like we've cleaned up that process so that it's much simpler and made it so that you can invite groups at a time so that you don't have to do it one person at a time. But if you wanted to invite like a whole team of people, you're going to be capable of doing that. I will keep working on our team. I do want to get to a point where we can just offer links and then let people upload from the link. And I hope that we can get back to that model because I know that's the model that worked so well at the end of last year. But it will be a clean, good enrollment process. With that, we know we have a ton of rank and share activities that we will be releasing. The US, and then there's certain countries, Canada, a lot of Europe. We have a ton of rank and share. We have some for South America. That's a huge focus because we're going to be opening in Colombia and South America pretty quickly, and we don't have a lot of rank and share there. How we are for the Czech Republic specifically, I don't know. I'll have to ask those questions. Each country, it just depends on our advertisers. What I do know is the clients that we're launching with, they already know who we are, how we do business, and they've agreed to do business with us in spite of, hey, we have affiliates and we have a multi-level payout. They're okay with that. And on top of that, maybe not all of the clients, but the clients that we're starting with are okay with us offering points for personal actions, which is a huge part of what we want for Divvee is, hey, you get rewarded for doing your own activities, and then you get commissions for your team's activities. And I'll come back to that because that becomes relevant for the Czech Republic here sooner than some of the other things. When we open back up, we will be opening with a travel portal. This is really cool. We had something we were looking at about a month ago. We pulled the plug on it because it wasn't going to give you guys the best prices on the market. It was going to pay commissions, but the pricing was going to be basically retail. Sorry. This travel portal has been sold in the timeshare industry for the last 20 plus years. And what happens is if you don't buy a timeshare for $70,000, $80,000 for the one room, 1 week, a year, or whatever it is, on the way out the door, they're like, hey, we have this travel club where you get wholesale prices on surplus timeshares, hotels, flights, autos, everything. And we give it to you all at cost. Like anytime you go travel around the world, it's at cost. And to join this travel club, they've been selling that. They start at $10,000 and then they'll actually drop to about as low as 5,000 American dollars to join this club. And they've been selling it for years. We're going to include this travel club or this travel portal for all Divvee affiliates that upgrade, that actually buy the app. or the pro version of the app, and it will be free to you as a benefit. If you take one trip, if you take one vacation, if you go on one tour, go to one timeshare, whatever, you're going to save way more money than you ever paid to join Divvee. In fact, in some cases, you're going to be able to take a full week's vacation at a timeshare condo, you know, with like 2 bedrooms and a kitchen for $350. You'll go 8 days, 7 nights. I mean, crazy cool prices all over the world. Better, I've compared this app consistently better, almost always better than like Expedia or Kayak. I don't know if you have those there, but very, most of the time better than World Ventures and their portal that they pay $100 a month for, and you guys get it for free. That is a killer benefit. You could build a whole business just on travel. Oh, in fact, World Ventures does hundreds of millions of dollars a year on travel. We're going to have the best travel portal on the market, the best prices on the market for your teams, and it's a benefit. That's just like, oh, by the way, because you're a part of Divvee and we love you, we're going to give it to you. So that's really, really cool. And we're going to open with that as well. That becomes really important because that will work for all of Europe, for all of Asia, for everywhere around the world. That will work. Even if we didn't have a lot of rank and share, we have immediate, tangible value that teams can start building around. We'll also start providing promotions, and we'll grow this travel piece so that you can grow a business in different markets using travel, even if the rank and share is not, if we don't have a ton of inventory. With that, we will also be opening a new shopping portal. This is really cool. I haven't released all the details of it yet, but this shopping portal, there's a couple of really large online marketers that really want to expand their international footprint. These are brand names that you guys will recognize, where you will be able to, like Divvee sort of started a year ago, was this idea of, hey, we're going to offer everything, sort of like an Amazon, but we'll pay commissions for what people shop for online. Okay, we truly will be offering everything, sort of like the Divvee originally was set out to do. But as your team shop online for shoes, for cars, for food, for equipment, for whatever it is that you guys want, you will get points and commissions for everything that they purchase through the Divvee portal. Really cool. It is going to be pretty darn exciting when we announce that, and that will be coming up over the next week. And so with Divvee opening back up, it will not be perfect yet, but it will be much better than anything we've released so far. Part of the reason why I'm excited about both travel and our shopping portal is if we run into, and I don't know that we will, but if we run into problems with inventory, if we run into problems with certain clients, if certain clients pull out, or we have issues with rank and share, or whatever it might be, because we have such tangible benefits that have such strong value, Divvee will continue to stay open, will continue to grow. You can continue to build your teams. The other piece of that is, even if we don't have rank and share, or we're not legal yet, there is a tangible value to grow a team in the Czech Republic around travel. For $50, they get access to a $10,000 travel club where they get wholesale prices on timeshares, on hotels, on flights, on cars. Yeah, that's probably not the magic of Divvee that makes it special, but man, that's good enough for me to hold my place and wait for the legalization process. And so with that, they can also start shopping online and getting points and what have you. Now, it varies. I'm going to be very particular about this. I don't know about the Czech Republic. It varies very specifically country by country. But we believe that in countries that we have rank and share, that our clients allow us to offer points, which the clients so far have said, go ahead and do points, that we will be able to open rank and share, allow people to do the activities, and get points for their personal actions while we're waiting to get legal in those countries. So what does that mean to you? It means, could you build a team, get a lot of commissions, and make a lot of money in April or May? No. Could you build a team and have your team be making points and earning prizes for just doing their actions and prepping for when we get legal in that marketplace? That's what I'm hoping to deliver. I'm hoping to deliver points. I'm hoping to deliver a duplication model around travel, and I'm hoping to deliver our shopping portal for all of our countries, or the majority of our countries that are building right now. And then we're looking for the ones that are growing the fastest. There's two things that, let me back up. There's three things that we need for us to be in the Czech Republic, or any country for that matter. First one, I need to know that we have inventory. Like, we're going to focus on countries that we know we have clients and customers that want your opinion. They want to advertise, that want to use the Divvee model to get feedback. That's a different turn than what we had been doing. We've just been sort of going wherever the people are. It's a two-pronged approach. We want advertisers, and we want to know that there's a demand for Divvee, that there's teams like you guys that are going to go crush it, that are going to go build it. And so if we're looking and saying, hey, the Czech Republic already has 7,000 people, we believe we can get 20,000 people, we're going to focus our business development team to find the inventory, to find the clients, and to create the inventory. So they go together. And then countries that we can be legal in, and we can go through the legalization process. So over the last month, I've been sort of cleaning up the messaging. I've been cleaning up the mess that I inherited when I sort of jumped into Divvee. We're getting really close. A lot of the messes are getting better. We're doing a better job. Everything that we're rolling out this month, we've been testing behind the scenes, which we've never done before. We just turned it on and said, go, and then break it. So we're testing our rank and share, we're testing our travel, we're testing our shopping portal, we're testing our payment methods and how we pay around the world. We're testing these things so that we feel much more comfortable that when we turn things on, we can keep Divvee on and we can continue to grow. Will it be perfect? Will it be a finished product? No. Actually, it will be much better than anything we've released, and I think it will be a lot better than most people expect Divvee to be. I believe that Divvee is always going to be a work in progress. We're going to continue to evolve, continue to find new ways to deliver content to you, continue to find better types of content to deliver to you, the type of stuff that we launch with. I hope it's not the only type of advertising we deliver to you. In fact, I've got some, we've got a strategy where we'd really like to teach our clients how to best interact with our affiliates and provide videos that have calls to action and benefits for downloading, sharing, posting, different things like that. But we will continue to evolve. What I do know is that throughout this year, we will add some technologies that will be exclusive to Divvee, things that we're going to be able to do for advertisers and for you guys that nobody else in the world is doing right now. We have some exclusive technology that we're rolling into Divvee. That will be an evolution throughout the year. It's not going to come this month, but I know that we have some promotions and some product offerings that we can offer throughout this year that we're going to continue to improve the product offerings, but we're going to have some of the coolest promotions for people that join and grow and for you guys to build and recruit with that it'll be some of the biggest no-brainer sign-up things that you will do ever in networking. And those will roll out over the next few months. Now, so my focus up to this point has been getting us open, figuring it out for the US and Colombia, because those are the two that we promised first. The next questions that you guys have, I don't have answers for the majority of your questions today. What I can tell you is, as we open back up, almost everything that I'm doing, or majority of what I'm doing now over the last really just week, like last few days, has changed in focus from getting us open to international strategies. And so we have a world-class international team. Jesse Cothran, who will be leading up our international launches, legalization process. He's been in the industry for almost 20 years. He's super cool, and we'll do some things where he can be on with you guys. He'll be traveling the world, creating the relationships, setting up the legal relationships, setting up the banking relationships, and getting us legal as fast as he can. And he's very good at it. He'll be working with Gina Day. Gina Day came from New Skin. She's been in the industry for over 20 years. She's opened over 30 countries around the world and is fantastic at getting things done. And then I'll be working with them and you guys to prepare the markets with the affiliate side. So as they prepare the legal and the payment and, you know, hey, biz dev, we've got demand here, we need inventory here. I'll be working with you guys to put together a meetings, an event schedule. That's what the word I was looking for, an event schedule, and a launch schedule. The things you guys really want from me would be dates. I don't have dates for any countries yet, including the US and Colombia. So if I can't do the US and Colombia, I don't have dates for international. But I will be meeting with these guys every day. And hopefully by the end of this month, I will have a much clearer strategy for international and specifically for the Czech Republic. Massive announcements. I think there will be some massive announcements. One of them I just teased a little bit with our shopping network. If we start telling you all the details of that, it's going to be something worth talking about, which is cool. Points. Each country will be country by country. I will get back to you on the Czech Republic. We'd have to do some research, but I'd like to deliver points for you. I definitely will deliver some incentives for you guys and your team to grow and to recruit with. So points would be one thing. There's some other things that we have in mind that could be used as incentives. Bain Capital has nothing to do with Divvee. Sorry. Jeff Romney is not Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney is their relatives, but Jeff Romney's super successful, is a very important partner with Divvee. As far as I'm aware, he has nothing to do with Bain Capital. I've never heard Bain Capital mentioned internally. So that's one of the rumors. There's a few other rumors. Disney's invested in us. That's not true. Disney's advertising with us. That's not true. I hope to get them. You know, that could happen, but not yet. Microsoft gave us $20 million in software. That's not true. I don't know where all these rumors came from. I'm just telling you, we do have some huge advertising clients that we're working with, that we're bringing on board, and some of the biggest in the world. But some of the rumors just have gotten out of control. So a lot of what I'm trying to do is
okay. Just one thing with the Bain Capital, because your CFO told this in one video. I have it in my computer, so that's
Derek Schultz told you that?
Yeah, Derek.
I'll ask Derek what he was talking about, and because as far as I'm aware,
I can send you that video.
I'm not worried about the video. I'll talk to Derek and say, hey, they got this on video. As far as I'm aware, Bain Capital has no investment into Divvee.
Okay.
Jeff Romney is super successful worldwide entrepreneur and is invested into Divvee and is, you know, a partner with us. And he does represent large investment groups. But as far as I'm aware, that has nothing to do with Mitt Romney, his cousin, I think it's cousin, or Bain Capital. So,
okay, thank you.
After reaching 10K, how long to open country and commissions? Don't know, but should have some more answers on that. What will happen with people who do not pay for the upgrade after opening the country? We will always have benefits for people who upgrade. Everything that we do at the beginning right now is really focused on affiliates and team building through affiliate growth. Long term, our goal is really to have a big push for free customers. And I do believe that for us to go from, you know, hundreds of thousands to tens of millions of people around the world, we really would like the model to be free customer, earn your points, redeem your points for the upgrade, and then get all of the additional benefits. And so that people sort of earn their way into Divvee. We just don't have that model totally fleshed out yet. We don't have enough clients yet. We don't know enough about our rank and share yet. to really make that a focus. And we're not opening with free customers. We will be opening with an affiliate launch. So when we go back to enrolling, we're going to be enrolling with, a $50 buy-in with an affiliate launch. You guys brought up some technology questions. I want to say I heard our tech team talking about that this week, but that's a really good point. And I know we have some fantastic tech people. I will bring it up and make sure it's being addressed so that everything's secure. I know one of the things that has made people feel comfortable internally is that we do house data, but we don't house a lot of data as far as like bank accounts, credit card numbers, things like that. That's all through third party, and makes us less of a target. Doesn't mean we won't be a target. In fact, we've had well over 1 million people try to hack Divvee in the last couple of months.
Actually,
maybe not 1 million people, 1 million plus hacking attempts. It could be like 10 people that have tried 1 million times, right? So our technology is very good. Our servers, our security is very good. And that's a really good question about that specific HTTPS, having a secure server. Yeah, it's a good point. What other questions do you guys have for me today? I think I covered a lot of what we wanted to cover, skipped over a few things you really want answers to that I just don't know. I apologize.
So, guys, do you have something to ask, Lance? Marcus, maybe?
Yeah, well, I don't want to jump the gun here because I didn't know that we had such a big team in the Czech Republic already, because I'm not from Czech. I'm representing Germany, Austria, and Switzerland here. And we have a huge team as well. And I just checked the Alexa ranking. We made it rank 4 right now. And we just want to let you know that we are here. Germany is here, Switzerland here, Austria is here, and we are ready. We have a huge team going on. And we are very excited. And as I heard from another call, that UK is very close as well with launching. This gets our hopes very high that the rest, or that the other parts of Europe will come soon afterwards. Yeah, I guess it's gonna take a little bit longer because we have the language barrier going on here. I guess.
So UK is probably first for Europe, but typically when you register Europe, you register the EU, and then as you grow within the EU, then each country needs to be registered individually. So typically, as you go in, you register all the countries, and then each country sort of starts demanding different things as you hit certain benchmarks or thresholds. Our biggest challenge of getting into the rest of Europe really just comes to translation, customer service, marketing materials. You know, the UK is, I know they speak a different type of English, but we'll count it, and so we can support it. So we know, like, immediately supporting English and Spanish. Other English and Spanish countries are a little easier to launch. But if we want to go into France, we got to get French translation, French marketing materials. We got to get advertising clients that will support French rank and share activities and things like that. Trust me, I've built teams in Germany, Luxembourg, Austria, Switzerland. You're in beautiful parts of the country. I prefer to build in beautiful parts of the world. We have so many of them, you know. I think there's beautiful places all over the world. So I don't have more answers for you specifically, other than going from the UK to the rest of the Europe is more about just doing it right so that we don't go too fast and screw it up.
Okay, but if you take Europe now, like, what do you think could happen till the end of the year? Do you think you could open 1 or 2 more countries till the end of the year? Is this something you see as a realistic goal, or would you say that's rather something for 2018?
So there's 2 factions within our company fighting. One is go everywhere now, today. And you've heard that from Richard and some of the other people. And I think we found that as we tried to be everybody to everywhere, that's probably not the best strategy. The other one, which is from our international department that's had a lot of experience opening countries, is do it a country at a time, do it right, do a pre-launch, a launch, go through the legalization process so you don't get in trouble with the country. And they're very conservative, but they do it right. And where I think we'll land is somewhere in between. I think we will go aggressively through countries because we found that it's just viral once we get it going. But we're not going to go into countries and put our company at risk or put your country at risk. You know, if we think going to Germany right now, we'll say, you've got great demand, you've got a great team. Yeah, we might have to cut some corners. Is it worth the risk? Well, no, because if we do it wrong and Germany says, all right, you're blacklisted, we might not ever get back into Germany, or it might be a huge fine and cost us a lot of money and slow us way down. Once again, Germany's different because it's part of the EU. If we register the EU, at least for a while, we fall under an umbrella that allows us to sort of move a little bit easier throughout the EU. But I will give you a lot more information about international expansion over the upcoming weeks because that's all I'll be focused on. Today, we've been really sort of putting the pieces in place and sort of finishing up US and Colombia, and then we've started our conversations have started shifting towards international here the last few days. Okay.
Guys, if you have any other questions, shoot away. Otherwise, I'm going to mention one or two more maybe. Concerning Club 1000 and the Club 100, will these be resetted once we reopen? Because I think the Club 1000 was, one requirement was that you sign up the amount of people within 30 days, but many people couldn't do this because of all the issues. Will there be like a reset, or how does this work?
Yeah, so all the new people will qualify, but those that didn't qualify the first time around, you're out of luck.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not very nice at all. Yes, so Club 1000, Club 100, Club 10 are things that sort of launched before I got here. And then I got here, things haven't worked quite right. So I haven't learned them super well. Other than like, hey, the first 1,000 to get tier 10 qualified are part of the Club 1,000, and then the first 100 that get 500 in each of their 3 TBS legs will be Club 100. The way that they've been defined to me went from, do they have to do it in 30 days or the first ones to do it? And I think we'll probably go back to something like the first ones to get there. So just because you started the clock in January and then we turned it off, if you're one of the first 1,000 people that get your 10 or somebody on your team is, they would fall in that Club 1,000 threshold. As I understand it, I'm learning it, and I'll have more details for you on that because now I know what it takes to be in each of the clubs. I'm not exactly sure what that means as far as benefits. Like, yes, what do you get paid? More, but I don't know what that means yet. So I haven't done a lot of research on them.
Okay. While we're waiting to get licensed, which will be, I don't know, this year, maybe next year, and you were always talking about those benefits. Are those benefits the shopping portal and the travel portal, or will there be more? Or these are the benefits?
Those will be the first 2 benefits, and there will be more.
Okay, cool. So, okay. Can you tell us something about the daily bundles? What is the current status of this?
No, I can't. I mean, I don't know a whole lot. I've been told that, so the idea of bundling is delivering a set of activities that are more organized to the people instead of just as many as you want. And so I believe as we open back up, you're going to get videos, you're going to get app downloads, you're going to get surveys, you're going to get email offers, free product giveaways, and some sort of mix of activities each day that are sent to you that you can engage in. Over time, we're going to get better at delivering these mix of activities to maximize your time. How those are going to look and how they improve over time, I don't know exactly how those will look at first or how they will improve. The whole point of the bundle is to deliver something almost like a system for customers that if you do these activities every day, you maximize your time, you maximize the comp plan, and you get the most return through our comp plan for these activities. So yes, we're bundling activities. At the beginning, we'll do it a little bit. We will get better at it throughout the year as we have more time to refine that process.
So Lance, you think that videos on the play again after enrollments?
Yes, we will have videos. How many, how much? The only ones that we're going to have are the ones that the clients that we know are going to pay us a decent amount of money. Yeah, so okay. We got rid of the ones that didn't like us, we didn't get along, and we've brought in a couple that know who we are, like us, and said keep going. So.
Okay. And you said that at the end of the month there will be enrollments again, right? And just
barring bad news, we should be open by the end of the month. That's right.
Okay. And these enrollments will be for all or just for America? Because I heard some stuff about this.
I hope that's going to be everywhere. I'd like to turn it on, use the benefits as placeholders in the markets that we're not ready for, and start to grow.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I understand our plan for.
So again, when those benefits come, so for instance, someone in my team is making a purchase for, I don't know, buying a trip to Miami or something like this. I would earn points from this, or I would earn a commission from this, or in a non-licensed country. Yeah, what's the benefit exactly? Can you tell us again? Sorry.
In the travel portal, there are no markups. There's no margins. It is wholesale. It is at cost. Okay. So it is truly a benefit, but there is no commissions. If there's no markup, there's no commissions. So it's a benefit. So your person would get great prices on travel, but you as an upline wouldn't get commissions or points or anything. However, we are working on a couple of things that to make travel exciting for you to promote. So stay tuned. Right now, your customer, your friends would get the best price possible. There'd be no commissions or points on it. But we're gonna look at a couple of different duplication models to make travel work exceptionally well in markets that we're not yet legal in. We want to give a duplication model around travel that would work for you.
Okay.
Points and commissions are not tied to it as of yet.
Okay. And do you
Points
think
and commissions are tied to the shopping network?
Okay. And do you think that we can pay by points in that travel portal?
By points?
Points. Points. If we pay through travel portal, through our trips, by points.
Gotcha. So could I use my points to buy my trips for travel?
Yes.
That's the answer. Great question. we haven't gotten that far yet. I'd just like you to get some points. That would be very cool. That would be a great way to utilize travel, is to be able to put it into our redemption center. So not only are you getting wholesale costs on travel, but you could use the points that you're accruing to go on these dream vacations. That is something that I'd like to roll out over time. Today, the answer is no. Today.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it won't be there. Right now, I just want to get it in and up and branded and say, hey, guys, don't tell me this isn't worth $50. People are paying 10 grand for this travel club and you're getting it for $50. You got your value. Everything else is a bonus, right?
Okay.
Here's my thought. I see John Maxwell in the background. I love John Maxwell's books. One of my favorites is John Maxwell, Put Your Dreams to the Test. Typically, people haven't read that one. Have you read this? As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. As a Man Thinketh?
No, I don't.
Great book for you guys. Put it in your list of books to read. It's only like 50 pages, and yet it's life-changing. So whenever I have new affiliates, that's usually the first one I start them with, because they can read it in an hour and they feel like, hey, I accomplished something. And it's awesome. And so it's a great way to start people on personal development. Maxwell is always good. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, is excellent. I like Jeff Olson's The Slight Edge. The Slight Edge is a good one. But guys, I'm really excited. I can't wait to get and travel through Europe. I've done it a little bit, only through work. I've never done it on vacation. And I'd love to go and spend some time not only working with you guys, but I'd like to bring my family and let them see these beautiful countries you guys live in, because it's a beautiful part of the world. So I appreciate your time this morning. I'd say let's do this again. Let's set up some more over the next couple of weeks as we get closer to launch. I should have a lot more of the answers for you for international. Is that fair?
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day, and we will we'll talk here over the next week or so.